but I'm making this video as a warning to others. And I guess it's happened to other people. Beware of the name Molly Golightly, aka Marissa.
Yep.
Hello all, thank you so much for clicking this video. I absolutely do not like these openers. It's so awkward. So let's just get straight to it. As many of you have been following the Dre and Vaughn situation, I have too as well. It's very interesting. I'm very curious of where this is going to lead, what is going to happen. I see a lot of people are saying they don't believe the cops are doing what they're supposed to or not doing their job, but I feel like they have to wait to find out the conclusion, to find out what's going to happen, to find out what kind of case they have on their hands. So I think that's what they're doing with that. But also while watching this, as we knew it would turn into a circus, as everything that touches any of these YouTubers across their desk happens to turn into a circus. I've been watching that as well. And in doing so, I see a lot of people who do not like Without a Crystal Ball. I agree. I think she does some atrocious stuff. I noticed there's a lot of people, they just want to be the first ones to get everything. They want to be the first ones reporting it. They don't care if it's factual. They don't care if it's sensitive material. They just want to get it out there and it be known that they're the ones that did it. That's definitely Without a Crystal Ball. I would say that you could mark that off on her. I've been following her Facebook, which she is trying to destroy Molly Golightly. She's putting out, doxing, putting out sensitive information. She's tearing down this family, which is crazy because every family has their problems. And whenever I see these cases, I think about that. I'm like, what if something would ever happen into my family and these crazy people, they start digging into my family's drama, and it would be absolutely crazy. Every family has their problems. I stated before, I was raised by my grandmother, as Vaughn was. That doesn't mean that I don't feel like my mother should be there if something like that had happened to me. I feel like that's just a selfish thing to do. It's just not right. You don't know. It could be his life. You know what I'm saying. It's not right. But as I'm watching these videos being done about Without a Crystal Ball, because of all the nasty stuff she's doing, there's like teams, as always. There's always teams on YouTube. I do not understand what that is about. I hope there comes a time where I do try to figure it out, or somebody tells me what it is. I don't know, but I have seen it time after time. And it's like, in this situation between Without a Crystal Ball and Molly Golightly, Molly Golightly's right. However, I'm seeing all this stuff and they're like, well, Without a Crystal Ball did this and she did that. And I'm sitting here watching and I'm like, but Molly Golightly did that. And they're like, well, Without a Crystal Ball, she said this. And I'm like, well, that other case, Molly Golightly said that. It's like everything that she's speaking about that Molly Golightly and others are speaking that Molly Golightly or Without a Crystal Ball is doing, Molly Golightly has done the very same exact things in other cases. And I've noticed that they're like, well, she's the victim's family's voice. Please tell me what family of any case that Molly Golightly has covered support her covering their case. I'll wait. Just because Without a Crystal Ball is completely wrong in what she's doing with this case doesn't mean Molly Golightly is any better. Two people can be wrong at the very same time. Trust me. I've noticed that Without a Crystal Ball has completely changed where she stood. And I think that's absolutely disgusting. Her asking for a refund back because she knew in doing so, putting that out on her channel to all her followers, they were going to do the same thing. I think that's absolutely disgusting. I am very weary when it comes to, funds, GoFundMe's, helping, because when money gets involved, people act funny. It just never really ends well. Um, a lot of these creators, I've noticed, it's like they want you to do good, but you can't do better than them. Like, you can't outshine them. Once you outshine them, then they're going to do whatever they can to destroy you. And I believe that's what happened between Molly Golightly and Without a Crystal Ball. That's what happened between Sharrell's World and Molly Golightly. I'm very worried about the other panelists that I see on Molly Golightly's channel. I see some very decent, good creators that I like. And, you can't really warn people. I've learned my lesson about that. Like going straight to that person and like, well, you better watch out. You better be careful because this is what they do, or this is, this is their pattern that they show. Sometimes people just have to learn the hard way. They have to learn on their own. And I think that's probably what's going to happen with these people. I do continue to put my videos out in hopes, because I like Sharrell's World. I was watching her videos and she was like, I can't believe how none of these people know each other. That's crazy to me, how Molly Golightly didn't know Without a Crystal Ball. Without a Crystal Ball didn't know Molly Golightly. And everybody's in true crime and they don't know each other. That's kind of odd to me. But I heard Shirelle say, I wish I would have known what I do now before I paneled up with her. So that's why I make my videos. And I'm going to continue to make my videos. You can like Molly Golightly. She has charisma. I'll give you that. She can be hilarious. I wish, though, that she would use her talent in doing something else that's not so serious, like these true crime cases, like these child cases and missing cases. And I just feel like these cases are way too delicate, and I don't feel like that's Molly's gig. I really don't. I wish she would find something else. Molly is a great actress. And, there are times she gets me too. I'm like, oh, well, maybe she does care. Because she'll shed some tears, and you're like, oh, well, maybe she does care about this. But then she'll do something and it's just like, nope. It's just, and she don't care about money. So don't get me wrong. It's not about money at all with Molly. It is about power. It's about herself. Her ego. She wants people to like, oh, Molly's the savior. Molly's the voice. Molly did this. And what's scary is, and I think this is good and scary all in the same time. She has a huge platform, so she has a huge voice. So she could do some really good things. And sadly, like she throws her, she throws out these fundraisers and stuff, and she raises money for everyone, for these cases. And I think that's kind of what happened. This family, she started raising funds, and it's helpful because, they don't have a lot of money. So it's very helpful. You see this woman, you're like, oh, good. She's speaking to her audience and they're helping us, and we're able to detain this lawyer, and we're able to travel and get to see our son. And she's, doing all this amazing stuff through these fundraisers. But I promise you that comes with a cost. And I don't know if the cost is going to be worth the money you are receiving. And I hate to say that, but that's the truth. I have watched it. Just as you guys have watched Without a Crystal Ball for a long time, you know her patterns, you know what she's up to. I've done the same with Molly. It's pattern after pattern, after case after case. It's the same thing. I'm sitting here watching it go down right now in front of my eyes. And I've seen it with this case, in this case. She's on top of the world right now. Everybody, Molly's doing so great. She's doing so good. She's doing all this. Her numbers are up and it's happened before. It's happened before. She's going to do something that is just going to make everybody turn their head, and she's going to go too far, as she always does. And then the numbers are going to go low again. She's going to get back to being her old Molly self. And then eventually another case will come on, and people are going to be all wanting to know the ins and out of that. So once again, she just clinches to what's popular, what's in the headlines. Like I said, you cannot make, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And I don't like to blame creators for who they have on their, on their channel, their other panelists. A lot of people are like that. They're like, well, you're the company that you keep. If you have this person on your panel, you must agree and support this person 100%. I don't look at things like that. I like to see different opinions. Speaking of, have you seen Backwoods Barbie? Has anybody seen the latest video she's been putting out? So she's like pro Dre. I was listening to those videos and I'm like, girl, what planet are you on? That doesn't even make no sense. Like, it's right in front of you. The videos are there. You cannot lie. You cannot. Let me know if you've seen any of the Backwoods Barbie coverage on this case. But back to what I was saying. Molly is just a very theatric, and to me, I feel like she thinks in her mind, if she's being very theatric like that and she's hooting and hollering and all eyes are on her, in a way, she feels like that's going to get this case bigger and seen more because everyone loves a good train wreck. And there's a point I agree with that. I do. Let me know what you think. I've heard people say that before. Her antics might not be good, but it gets people talking about it. I'm just saying, though, just because you don't like Without a Crystal Ball and you think she's this horrid woman who ruins these cases and interferes in these people's and these families' lives and destroys everything she touches, I'm telling you, Molly does the same thing. And I've had conversations with people who follow Molly. And as I said, you can like Molly, you can like her, the character, like you can like who she is, like she's funny, she, does all these things. I get that, I do. And I've had people like, well, I don't hold people's past against them, the things she's done with the Watts and, going to Gabby's home and doing all that. And news stations have reported about her, it's all on my channel. I understand that. I don't hold people for their past either. I feel like people can change. I wholeheartedly agree with that. However, you haven't changed from a week ago, from 2 weeks ago. I'm going to need a little bit more time. So I want to play a few clips that I got from Sharrell's World because I absolutely loved what I heard from her. And I want to play a few clips and see what I got. Okay. So everybody was saying that the reason Molly Golightly and Without a Crystal Ball had their issue was because Without a Crystal Ball only wanted it played on her platform. She wanted to be the voice for the victim. She was getting these inside information. She didn't want Molly sharing it on her platform. She wanted all Molly's followers to come to her platform. She wanted to be the only creator to put it out, which is absolutely crap. And I played a video clip like a video ago talking about how Molly was saying, I want everybody to share, every creator should be talking about this. But then again, in another breath, she's like, only you can talk about it as if you donate. It's a walking contradiction with this woman. So yes, Without a Crystal Ball was absolutely nasty for doing that, but Molly Golightly did it too. So let's play Sharrell's clip.
That's what I said.
There's room for everybody.
She knew.
What is wrong with you? There is room for everybody. I was warned about you.
And we're here to share social media, social issues, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what my channel's about. I have never called Molly and said, don't say this on your channel. Girl, get out of here with this. If I feel like if the roles would have been reversed, Marvin would have got more attention if he was white, then that's how I feel.
Marvin would be locked the fuck up. Period.
That is not taking away from the cause. I have an opinion just like you have an opinion. Mm-hmm. You need to stop. You're exposing who you really are. You need to stop.
No, I agree.
I'm not going to make this about you, but I'm calling to tell you right now, I'm not the one. Please. You try to warn me about Katie Joy? Maybe I should have been warned about you.
Well, I mean, we did get some
Who
warnings.
does that? This is a serious case, a serious issue, and you're trying to make it about you?
Yeah.
And you're in my chat trying to send everyone to your channel? Who does that?
That's weak as fuck. That is the weakest thing that people can do. They'll come and feel like, well, they gave me a shout out, they did this. Be thankful. Why are you in my chat talking about your shit? Go to your chat and talk about your shit.
Something's wrong with that girl. I'm not give you any more life. But I am to tell you what you did today was foul,
And fucked up.
wrong, and you need to check your conscience.
Yeah.
Please. I mean, freaking out because I'm going live. Why? Trying to undermine my channel. They're trying to make it a race issue. What? First of all, you are not African American. You are not. So you can't tell me about the African American experience. Seems like you're the one trying to make it a race issue.
By not making it a race issue.
She's trying to make it a dollar issue, right? Let me talk about this black guy that I really truly don't give a damn about. But I can get views if I show some fake compassion, right? Because how can you have compassion for this brother that's laying there, damn near brain dead, but then cross my wife and say it's not a race issue?
She's reaching. She's reaching. Yes, you guys. This woman is foul. Letitia,
So,
you better check who you're dealing with.
and I would say
This is the second blogger in less than a 2-week span.
Well, I'll say this. In the last 2 days, we said, hey, go and follow these channels. But now I'm here to say, and do what you want to do. I'm saying this.
I already did what I wanted to do.
These 2 channels we said follow do not have our best interest in mind. Period.
And you can feel however you do regarding the race issue if you feel like it isn't. My opinion is I have seen, I've seen it happen. I've talked about this before. There's 2 women that lived close to me. They both went missing. This black woman went missing first. The police were, you never really seen anything advertised. You didn't see it on the news, anything like that. This white woman went missing, blonde hair, blue eyes, and the police put all their energy in trying to find her, and come to find out it was a hoax. And that black woman is still missing to this very day. And I do feel that if they would have put more effort into trying to find her and to put the word out for her in the very beginning, it might have been a different situation. But you can believe however you want. But Shirelle's right. That is her opinion. She's allowed to have that opinion if that's the way she feels or looks at it. Who are any of us to tell another person how they should feel? I don't agree with that.
Thank you.
We all have our personalities, but I think that what you and I and a lot of people, people think is that we can be, pretty messy and crazy behind the scenes if we want to. But when you get to YouTube, you're not going to use the language that sometimes other people do, like she does. And you're not going to go crazy. You can have your opinions, but you don't have to be as messy and out of your mind.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she has a bad reputation on the internet for a reason. And it takes a while to build it up like
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Who is she? Like literally, who is she? Where did she come from? Because I think she's sort of full of her own self-importance. She has a big ego. She's not doing good work, it seems, and she's exploiting victims. That's what it feels like. She's exploiting victims, and it's just she seems a little.
She's exploiting for her own personal gain, her own greed.
And they are 100% correct. That's why I do these videos. I'm so shocked that so many people who follow true crime and don't know. I do understand there's people that are coming from Dre in that community, so I can understand why they may not know Molly Golightly without a crystal ball. But I'm here to tell you, there's not much difference.
Calls. I'll just put it that way. Listen, I will do these videos about Vaughn when there's something that needs to be talked about, or I want to get a message out like I did today to really clarify that I have nothing to do with Molly Golightly. I have nothing to do with that money situation.
Right.
The whole thing is crazy. I'm very careful about how I blog, and I am serious about not turning this situation into a shit show, a reality TV show for clicks and views. This is somebody's life. These children are in danger. I don't want to go on here and say, yeah, she's so-and-so down the street, so she can go across the border. You got to watch what you say. These people are giving us information just for clicks and views. It's sickening. People can't get enough of the case. They want to do good. I get it. They feel an urge to help. But you have to just be careful if you're a blogger. I'm putting this on the bloggers. If you're a blogger, you have to blog responsibly.
100%.
And if you guys that are emailing me and stuff about the Cash App, go ahead and look into Molly's background. If you don't feel like this is going to a good place, or you don't like the fact that we can't track the money, then don't do it.
I agree 100%. Another thing, like you'll notice there will be videos after videos after videos. There's not even going to be updates. There's no more updates to this case. So when you have creators doing video after video after video on the same topic that there's no updates on, you end up getting the same old washed up rhetoric that's already been said. And then they start adding in their own conspiracies, and the appetizers are rumors. It's all you get. They start speculating because they run out of things to talk about because there's no updates. So speculation starts.
I decided to follow the story. It was brought to my attention by Amber, not by Molly Golightly, by Amber.
Okay, and this is how Molly Golightly and Shirelle ended up meeting each other, how they became to know each other. She's going to give the background of how she came to find Molly Golightly.
Matter of fact, Amber, you introduced me to her. Thanks,
Yeah.
Amber.
I know. So, again, do not listen. We're not doing JY shit again.
I know. You introduced, this story is about, I decided to cover a story about Marvon McCray. And Amber hooked me up with another blogger that was covering it. I bring her on my channel. She talks about the case. I send everyone to her channel. Don't mess with Shirelle. This is the people's channel. Shirelle is family. They're internets are big and vast. She is beyond offensive. Yeah. So I invite her on my channel, and all of a sudden she sends me the police report, and then she texts me the next day. I called to tell her thank you for coming on the channel. She never called me back. Then she texted me the police report, and I said, okay, thanks. Then she texts back, don't show the police report. You're not allowed. Your channel's going to get closed down if you show the police report. And I'm like, what? And
But
she
yet
said,
her 5-hour video is
it's
still
not
up.
redacted. And I'm thinking, you know how many police reports I read on air? Whatever. She's telling me all of this stuff. Don't do this. Don't do that. You're going to get shut down. Okay, fine. I guess she was trying to dissuade me from reading the police report because she was going to read it on her channel.
She think you're stupid, Shirelle.
Yeah,
She already read it on her channel, but right before you went live, another content creator who is on her channel right now also read the police report.
So why? So it's weird. So she's
Public
trying to
information.
stop doing the story.
Like
Okay.
nobody on her channel is black.
Nope.
Just for mention. I'm just saying. But
So you're saying that because, let me clear that up and tell you how you mentioned is that I let people say how they feel on this channel, and if you feel like something is a racist situation, then that's how you feel.
right.
Okay, I don't sugarcoat. This is the people's channel. You could say I don't like what you said, Shirelle, and I'd be like, okay.
So I really don't want to make it a race issue. I don't want to take away what's important in this case. And I feel like people are throwing, certain creators are making such a big deal about that because they know that's going to make you feel some type of way about another creator. And I don't think that's right. So the main thing is, though, you just heard Shirelle say that, you know, she had some inside information, but Molly Golightly didn't want Shirelle to share it on her channel because just like Without a Crystal Ball, you can be part of Molly's little group, but you can't outshine her. That's what happened with the three of them, the Hills in the air or Hills on the ground. I get those two confused. That's what happened with them. You can't get bigger than the other, or they're going to seek out to destroy you. And that's the same with Molly. Her ego is so big. She just wants it to be her. It's her show. It's her rule. And everybody else is just living in it. So just as Without a Crystal Ball, and some of you guys are probably watching this and you're like, yep, Without a Crystal Ball does that. Yep, that's how Without a Crystal Ball acts. Well, guess what? Molly does the same thing. They both can be bad at the very same time. And if we're going to get to the nitty gritty of this very information when it comes to Molly and Without a Crystal Ball, yeah, I'm going to say Molly was right against Without a Crystal Ball. What Without a Crystal Ball is doing is absolutely horrible. But Molly Golightly has done it time and time again. That's all I got to say, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. That would be awesome. Hit the notification bell because you just never know when I'm going to go live. And I appreciate you guys so much. And as always, until next time, stay safe. Bye, guys.